I turned 33 in 8 days, and I'm having like a slight meltdown over it. I don't usually feel this way about my birthday. I don't even feel like I felt like this when I was 30. But when I was 30, I was married and I thought I had like a whole life of partnership ahead of me, maybe. And I've spent the past 2 years single, and sure, I've had some situationships, but nothing of substance. And I don't know, I just feel a sense of like doom and gloom about turning another year older and being in this space where I'm fucking swiping left and right every other day. No one cares to make a connection. No one cares to go past like texting. It's like everyone just fucking wants a texting fucking buddy. Or they match you knowing that your intentions are to find a life partner, and then they're just not ready for a commitment. Dating is exhausting and I just don't want to do it anymore. I almost feel like it leaves you feeling even lonelier.
You're the one who left your relationship thinking the grass was greener on the other side, but it completely backfired on you. Now you're just the one-night fling, and you can't get anyone to stick around. That's why you should have taken better care of your husband, because now you've hit the wall, just like the women we're about to see in this video, who are frustrated with dating. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Let's get started.
Dating in your 30s is exhausting. I just got back from another singles event. I was really excited for this one, but I was let down yet again. I love spin and I love going to spin classes. I said, okay, I'm gonna set aside 45 minutes in the day. It's gonna be about me. And then I'll go back home and then I'll continue my work for the weekend. There was 2 men in the class and neither of them were my type. It's frustrating because I keep going to these events and I actually am very optimistic about it, but I'm constantly let down. Last weekend, I went to an event at Othership. Again, had high hopes, but there was nobody that I was actually interested in. I love going to Othership, so I'm happy I went because it was just like another Othership social. And today was just like another spin class. But people keep saying, oh, go to the places that you enjoy being at and you'll meet someone there. I'm on like all of the dating apps. I don't swipe very often. It's exhausting. I have a date maybe once, maybe every couple months, and it doesn't go anywhere. And I'm tired. But I think that everybody deserves to find their person. And for the past 4.5 years that I've been single, I've just been grinding it out. I've been working hard, but I leave little moments where I can try to put myself out there. And I just keep getting disappointed. Maybe all the good ones are just picked over. But I've got a good heart and I'm optimistic still. I think that everybody deserves love. And I don't want to get emotional, but it is very sad. I'm in this big city with so many people here. You'd think it would be easy to find a connection, but it's just not. And I'm 32 years old, and I know there's got to be somebody out there who feels the same way. So let me know. What are you guys doing? How are you meeting people? I would love to find my life partner. That's it.
The problem isn't men. The problem is your standards. Because she is meeting men, but probably with that so-called 666 checklist. 6 feet tall, 6 figures in income, and a six-pack. The 666 of the beast. She's out there looking for a winner, the complete package. She's frustrated because time is running out. Remember, a woman has a biological clock. She has to move quickly because time doesn't stop. There's nothing wrong with going out and meeting people through activities you enjoy. The issue is that no one can compete with the man you've built up in your imagination. So lower your standards, because you've hit the wall, and the wall doesn't forgive.
Dating in your 30s, it's starting to feel hopeless for me. So I went on a nice dinner date with a guy, and we're having pretty good conversation. Of course, he's asking the getting to know you question. So he asks me if I have any kids, and of course I say no, I don't have any kids. I ask him, oh, what about you? And then he says he has 3. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I mean, every guy's by now, I'm like, okay, everyone has kids, so it's expected. Then he says, we listen, we don't judge. And I just look at him, I'm just like, listen, we don't judge? What? He goes and he says he has 3 baby moms. Now, to me, 3 baby moms, that's a red flag. That's an automatic red flag. Because you had 1, 2, and if you're going for a third one, that's like, I think that's stretching it. And then he adds on to the conversation, I don't mind having a 4th one.
I think the most frustrating thing about dating right now is not feeling like I'm getting rejected. I fully do believe in the taxi cab theory. It doesn't matter how amazing this girl is, if a man is not ready to settle down, like it's not gonna work out. But as soon as he's ready, that first girl that's there, that's who he's gonna be with. But what's frustrating to me is the fact that that's the one that you get a connection with. That's the one that you feel connected to, is the one that he's not ready. So honestly, nothing to do with me. That's fine. It's just that's the one that I had the connection with. And the one that I have zero connection with is fully in and wanting a relationship. And it's just like, why? Why is it the one that isn't ready, the one that you feel the most comfortable with, the one that like you have great conversation with and it's just easy and it flows and you have fun? Why is that the one? Does it say something about me and my emotional availability? Probably.
To the first woman, I'd say, run. That's a Chad out there creating single mothers. Let's be honest, he's a walking red flag. What the second woman doesn't understand is that some women give you a sense of home. As a man, you look at her and you just know she's a green flag, the kind of woman you don't want to lose. I'll tell you how I can tell. She's a woman who shows love through acts of service, who isn't into partying with her friends all the time, who cooks for you or makes you feel special when you're together. She calls you and genuinely wants to see you, wants your company. She's easy to spend time with and is comfortable letting you take the lead. Other signs I pay attention to are her family dynamics, whether she has a good relationship with her father and mother, whether her sisters and aunts are married, who her best friend is. All of that gives you an idea of what you're stepping into. There are good women out there, but if their environment is toxic, sooner or later that seeps into the relationship.
For some reason, my For You page has been filled with women in their early 30s who are really just tired of dating and talking about how they don't know if they're ever going to find their person and they're just feeling unloved and unlovable. It's like Charlotte York, I've been dating since I'm 16. Where is he? And I just wanted to say, as someone who is 36, who's totally off the timeline trajectory that I thought I was going to be on, last year I thought I was going to be a mom, and instead I'm going through a divorce. And it really took me going through this to become more comfortable than ever in the place that I'm at in my life, which is, again, not at all where I thought I would be. Don't get me wrong, it's been the hardest year of my life. I wouldn't wish divorce on anyone. It sucks. 0 out of 10, don't do it. But the delay in what I thought my life would look like has brought me so much inner peace in a way. It really made me realize that I spent so much of my life white knuckling it and trying to force things to happen, trying to control situations. And I am at peace now because I just know that I'm not in control of any of it. I am open to anything. I am attached to nothing. I am confident in the knowledge that I will get to be a mom someday and that I will meet the person that I'm supposed to be with. But I'm not really looking. I'm not forcing it. I'm just kind of going with the flow. And I understand that that's so much easier said than done. I mean, nothing about this experience has been easy. But if I can impart anything on you, women in your early 30s, women in your mid 30s, without having to go through what I've gone through, it's just relax, and trust that you are lovable, that you are worthy, and that your path might not look the same as all of the people around you, but it doesn't make you any less special and beautiful and worthy of love. And something that I take solace in is, I look at how quickly my life changed. This time last year, I was in a totally different situation. And it changed like that. Now I'm in a new apartment. I'm in a new phase of life. I'm starting a new business. Like, my life has done a complete 180 since last year. And I really take a lot of comfort in the fact that if my life could change so fast for what felt like the worst, that means it can change just as quickly for the better. one of the benefits of being older and dating and finding love when you are older is how quickly that process can happen. Older, wiser, we want the same things. We want to start a family. Boom, boom, boom. It just happens. I've seen it. Anyways, it was a lesson that I really had to learn the hard way. And so if I can help anyone from not having to learn it the hard way, that's always my goal. And yeah, like it's going to happen. It's going to happen when it's supposed to. Life is all going to work out exactly how it's supposed to. And worrying about it doesn't make it any easier. So take care of yourself, do things that make you happy, and the right person will come along. I guarantee it. If you want more life advice from someone who has gotten older and wiser from starting over in my mid-30s, be sure to follow.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Here we have a woman who's about to miss her window. She looks like the type who jumped ship at the first sign of trouble. I honestly don't understand it. She's taking advice from a woman who failed at her own marriage, a woman who isn't even a mother and wasn't married for long. That "I can replace you" mindset is exactly what leads many women to end up single at 40. You met a man in your 30s who was willing to marry you and build a family. You could have had your children and worked on your marriage. You found the man of your life, but you left him to go looking for another one at 36, when having a child is already becoming more difficult. You're 4 years away from 40, older and now divorced. If you think that's an impressive resume for a man, let me tell you, it's not. But responsibility seems to be kryptonite for women.
Women.
Welcome to my TED Talk of how terrible it is to date, especially in your 30s as a single mom with 2 beautiful little girls. What is going on? Like, you meet someone, you think they're wonderful, like you picture a future with them, they're practically living with you, they meet your kids, which is a big deal as a single parent. You end up breaking up the week of Christmas for a good reason. I mean, yeah, there's a good reason. Moving away, like moving back home to have family, like I get it. But then not even 2 weeks later, like talking to someone else, posting about them, talking about how they love each other. Like, it just makes you not want to do it anymore. Like, it's a sucker punch. And I was with someone for 10 years, had 2 kids, was married, and I met that person when I was 19. And now dating post that, like, I wish someone would have warned me how bad it is. And just how much it can make you feel worthless. But in reality, you know what you want, you know what your worth is, and you can't settle for anything less than that. And I don't know, just solidarity for those single moms or single dads that are out there trying to find someone, because what the hell is this? Like,
Hell to the no. Hell no.
Ma'am, you have 2 young children. Not every man wants to step into that situation. Realistically, your dating market should be single fathers, or perhaps an older man who doesn't mind that you already have kids. Because a guy in his 30s with no children usually isn't thrilled about becoming a stepfather, especially to 2 kids from another man. I don't mean to sound harsh, but that's the reality.
I know I cannot be the only female struggling to date in 2023. Like, all of the 2000s, I feel like. But in general, like right now, I feel like it is the worst. Like, I have no desire to want to talk to you guys or deal with you guys on any level because you're all very disappointing. I don't know if you weren't loved properly or weren't loved enough, whatever the case may be, but when it comes down to it, you're just downright disrespectful. And You don't know how to treat women. You choose yourselves over everything in every circumstance. Even when you see that we've gone out of our way for you and done certain things for you, you continue to choose you, which is good, and you should choose you to a degree. But if you're not giving as much as you're taking, then it's a fucking problem. It's a problem. And we don't need you any longer to make babies. We don't need you to provide anymore, which even though you should, but you don't, we don't need you to do that because we are very capable of doing that on our own. And you can see that statistically because we do, and we have been for many years. And it's just saddening to see that we're struggling out here. We're struggling. And quite honestly, we don't need you for anything. We can take care of ourselves in every aspect. And then when I say every, I mean every. There are things in place for everything. So, unfortunately for you guys, like, you need to be loving, you need to be caring, you need to be more genuine than you've ever been before, because we don't actually need you for not one thing. Not one thing. So it's important that you're giving us that physical connection that we need, because if you're not doing that, we can find other ways to get everything else accomplished. So, God help us. I don't know what's going to happen, but this has been one hell of a year. One hell of a year. And I am over it. And I'm really ready just to have a full-on grown women circle where we can just enjoy our company of each other, travel, go away, do things, and just do what we need to do. Because y'all ain't it.
You should know there are two types of women in their 30s. The first feels the urgency, gets out there, starts looking, and actively puts in the work to find a man. Then there's the second type, this woman. She goes into denial and starts channeling her frustration toward men because she can't keep one. Just notice how she begins to embrace the mindset that she'll stay single, that she'd rather go out with her friends. That attitude screams singleness on every level. Brothers, the wall doesn't forgive. It just keeps claiming more victims. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Is it realistic to say we don't need them for anything, while at the same time feeling frustrated because you can't find a partner? If you're constantly meeting men, is the problem really them or your filter? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next powerful video from the wall.